Good day everyone, and welcome to the first part of our webinar about expert advisor writing. My name is Dmitry, and my colleague Gunnar today will present to you this webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in live chat. So now we will start.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the first webinar of Expert Advisor. Today we do the very basic robot. The robot will open a limit pending order for us. So let's begin. The first step to create an expert advisor is we need to go to the client's terminal. So let's open your client's terminal, and here on the left side where the navigator is, there's a part called expert advisor. On this part you click the right mouse button, and here is the part which says create in MetaTrader editor. Let's click it. Now we have the window which will start creating a template for our robot. So let's select the very first one, which is called Expert Advisor, and click Next. Now we need to give the name of our first robot. So I will call it Webinar 15. And then we click Next. On this window we do not change anything and simply click Next. Also here we change nothing and click Finish. Now the MetaTrader created a template for us with already code sample in it. So let's delete everything and leave only function which is called onTick. Let's delete everything which we don't need and leave only one function which is called onTick. So basically function onTick will be called every time the price will change. If the bid or ask price changes up or down, every time this function will be called. So, and we will want to open our order at the moment when price will change. So once the price change, we will open a pending order. So that means inside this onTick function we want to open an order, and in MQL language it's called order send. Order send is the function which will tell the robot to open a new order. So we chose the function. Next, we need to open a brackets and start putting parameters into our function. So the first parameter is symbol. Basically, we need to tell the robot at what currency pair we are willing to open the order. So let's put Euro USD, which means the robot now knows that we are willing to open order specifically for euro dollar. Next is called command. Basically we need to tell what kind of order we are willing to open, and here it starts with OP, and here we have different type of orders which we can open. let's open cell limit order, and so let's select it, and we put parameter to open a cell limit. Next parameter is volume. The volume is set in the lots, so same way you put lots into trading platform, the same way we tell the robot how many lots we are willing to open. We will open the minimum 0.01. The next parameter is price, basically at what price we are willing to place the sell limit. Now let's go to the client's terminal and see what is the current market price for euro-dollar. Currently it's 1.1233. So let's put it somewhere above, somewhere around 1.1245. Let's go back to the editor and put the price here, 1.1245. So the sell limit order will be placed at this price. Let's put comma and add a next parameter. The next one is slippage. For pending orders there is no slippage, so we need to skip this parameter, and to skip we simply put 0, which means there will be no slippage added. Next one is stop loss. For now we will not set a stop loss, and therefore let's put 0. Next one is take profit, also put 0, which means there will be no take profit. The next one is the comment. Basically, next to the order, when it will open, there will be a comment field, and we can type any kind of comment to later to identify our order. So let's put first pending order. Later in the client's terminal we will see exactly the same comment next to the order. Let's move next. The next is magic number. We don't need this parameter as well, so simply put 0. The next one is expiration time. Today we will not use that, so simply place 0. And the last parameter is color of arrow. Basically, when the order will be opened, it will draw a small arrow at the chart at the place where order will be placed. And if we don't want the visual arrow to be placed, we can add parameter which is called color or CLR none. So basically there will be no arrow. This is how the whole function with parameters look like. And this is the exact function which will tell the robot to open the sell limit order at the given price. To run the robot, next step is to build or to compile this robot, and for that there's a button above which is called compile. So after writing a code, we always need to compile it. So after writing, let's click compile. And after compiling, it's important to look down here and see if there are any errors. If there are 0 errors, that means the compilation was successful. And in our case as well, we have 0 errors. There are 1 warning. Warning basically is a suggestion what would be good to do, but we can for now ignore the warning. The robot will work including the warnings, so there will be no problem if there is any of warnings. So let's ignore the 1 warning and let's try to run the robot. To run it, let's go to the client's terminal. And here at the navigator, we need to find our robot which we created. And I called it webinar number 15. And here it is. And now we need to launch it on the chart. So how do we do it? We find the robot, select it, and then with the right mouse click, here's a function called attach to a chart, and click it. Now we have confirmation window which double checks, do we really want to run our robot? And let's click OK. So right now I'm expecting once the price will change, I need to see the new limit order. So let's wait once the price will change. Price changed and the limit order was placed. And for now let's remove. So basically let's stop the robot because it already placed the first pending order for us. So robot did exactly what we told him to do. We were willing to open at the price 1.1245. That's the exact price at which sell limit order is placed, and the size is also 0.01. And our comment which we put is seen here at the comment section. If you don't see a comment section, you can add it by clicking a right mouse button here, and here's comments. Make sure there's a checkbox enabled next to the comment, and then you can see the comments field. So basically robot will open sell limit exactly as we told him to do. Let's do our first improvement, or let's add one additional filter to our order function. Before we do that, let's run robot one more time. So let's go back to the client's terminal and execute our robot, and OK, and see what it will do on the next price change. Price is not changing already for 2 minutes. This can happen. Let's just wait, because on the next price change the robot should open another one pending order, because we told the robot to open on every tick the new order. Today we have very calm market and we have no price change, but it should happen at some point. Yes, and here it was. So price changed, and there's another pending order placed. And once another one change happened, there's the third one. So basically, it opens new order on every single tick. In order to stop expert advisor, we need to do the right mouse click on the chart, and here find expert advisors and remove. Now expert is not working and new orders will not be opened. Now let's go back to the editor and let's add additional filter to tell the robot only to open one single order, and if there is one order, do not open any new ones. So basically we want to open only one order. So how do we tell that to the robot? For that we need an if expression. We type if orders total, we use function orders total equals 0. So let me explain what does it mean here. That means if orders total function gives us how many orders are currently opened. So let's go back to the client's terminal. Currently we have 1, 2, 3 orders open. Go back to editor. So that means our orders total currently is 3. But here we are looking that orders total are 0. So if orders total are equal 0, which means there is no open orders, only then send an order. And therefore we make sure that robot will not open second, third, or any other new order. So it will open uniquely one single order and that's it. So let's try how does it work. And on every single code change we need to compile the robot once again. So let's hit compile. We have 0 errors, which means the robot is ready to work. Now let's go back to the client's terminal, and here we have 1, 2, 3 orders already opened. Let's close them all. Close the first, second, and third. And now let's run our new robot once again. Right click, attach to chart, and click OK. So now we are expecting that robot will open one single order on the next price tick. And if there will be another price change, we should not see another additional order. So basically now it opened one, and on the next tick there should be no new order. So let's see if that will work. Now we need to wait for the price change and see if it opens or not. There was a price change downside, and we see there's no new order, which means our filter which we added works. It opens only one single order. Basically for today's webinar this is it. And please, if you have any type of questions about the code or logic or filter, or maybe any of parameters which we added to the order send function, please type here in chat and I'll try to answer them. However, the webinar is also recorded and it will be available on the website, so you can see it once again if something was missed. Also, the exact code also will be available on the website, so you can simply copy it and try to run on your own PC. And I strongly suggest that you try to run the exact code on your demo account and see if it works for you on your own PC. And if it doesn't, feel free to contact me on the email which is on webinar's website, and I'll try to respond and answer on all of your questions. Okay, if there's no additional questions, thank you very much for attending today's first webinar, and be updated when the next webinar will be available on the webinar's website. Okay, thank you very much and see you in the next webinar. Goodbye.